Forgive me for the video quality. This is like my first video. For those of you who don't know the story, I bought my car back. I say about my car is '69 Camaro I bought when I was 15 years old. And about 16 and a half probably, friend of mine was driving it and plowed it into a telephone pole. The car has not been on the road since. My stepdad bought the car from me, and he took it apart and was going to make it a race car. A friend of his bought it, which is also a friend of mine named Bobby Johnson. He bought the car, and he was going to make it into a race car. Well, that never happened either. So the car sat for a while, and then another friend of ours named Doc Paleo bought the car, and he owned it for a while, and he was going to do probably the same thing with it, and it just sat. So back in probably 1998, maybe 99, I bought the car back, and had it for a couple of years, and then my son came along and was born, and so I wound up selling the car again. Medical bills and stuff piled up, so we had to pay those off, and that was a good way of doing it. And a good friend of mine came along and offered to buy the car from me and help me out. So he did, and he had the car for 15 years, and then he took the car and he had it dipped, and he had all new sheet metal put on the car and had all the rust taken care of that was on the car. He also put a Detroit speed package underneath the car. Front subframe, everything, it's all set up. It's going to drive like a Corvette when it's done. Right now I'm taking care of some surface rust that was on the subframe because it didn't get primed after it got put on. He was in the middle of the project, and the guy that was doing it for him kind of put the brakes on the project, so the car just got put away and it sat there for quite some time. So that's why that's on the frame. So we're going to take care of that and get it ready, get it primed, and get it all painted up. And then just slowly but surely putting this old girl back together. And that's pretty much the story of it. There's a little bit more I'll elaborate on later on in another video, but the main thing is she's back. And I'm excited. Have a good evening.